into 4 topics. One is the 6 questions of the Naimisharanya sages, right? And the second one is about Narada Vyasa Samvada. And the third one is stutis of various devotees. Fourth one is about Prahlad, Parikshit Maharaj. Right? Yeah. So far we have discussed the first topic, the 6 questions of the Naimisharanya sages. What were the 6 questions and the answers? They were done in the first, second, and third chapters. And in the second topic, Narada Vyasa Samvada. That is about what was the inspiration for the Srimad Bhagavatam Avirbhava, and the discussion between Narada and Vyasadeva. Not just the discussion, instruction of Srila Narada Muni to Vyasadeva, right? And that was discussed in 4th, 5th, 6th, and half of the 7th chapter. Okay. Now we have entered into the third topic about various stutis, glorification by various devotees. Why are they glorifying? Because Krishna is Bhaktavatsala. Yeah, Krishna is Bhaktavatsala, and that's why the glorification is happening here. So we will go in detail about this third topic, how Lord Krishna is Bhaktavatsala. The 4th topic is about Parikshit Maharaj, that will be later. But our focus now is how Lord Krishna is Bhaktavatsala. And we are all doing bhakti, right? We are all doing bhakti in hopes that the Bhaktavatsala would hear our prayers and take over our life, take care of us. So we don't have to think about anything about ourselves, but him only, right? So we want to see how our Lord is Bhaktavatsala. For next 2 weeks, this Kada, and the next week also, it is about how our Shyamasundara Krishna is a Bhaktavatsala. That we are going to discuss. And so for next 2 weeks, we want to think about how the Lord is Bhaktavatsala to us also. We are not excluded. It's not just about Arjuna, Uttara, Queen Kunti, not just them. Lord is Bhaktavatsala to us also. So that can be our meditation for the next 2 weeks. How Lord was Bhaktavatsala to all those devotees in Srimad Bhagavatam. How he's actually being a Bhaktavatsala to us. He's already being a Bhaktavatsala to us. And please make a note how all these devotees, when they're saying the prayers, see what they're doing first. When they start offering the stuti, what is happening first? And then what is coming next, followed by what? I will not say it. You please see what the sequence is. Especially Queen Kunti Devi and Bhishma. Their prayers, they take the similar pattern. Okay. And this is very much similar, again, to the Harina. So I gave you the clue. Please see, it's the same sequence that these devotees also follow. So we also, that's how we are getting the clue of how we can appreciate that our Lord is Bhaktavatsala. We do not know how to appreciate. We can only say, okay, Lord is merciful. That's it. And no more words for us, no more thought for us, no more guide for us further to see how the Lord is Bhaktavatsala. But now the devotees are teaching us. So who are the devotees here in Bhagavatam? We will be, yes, Prabhu. Bhaktavatsala. Vatsalyam means affection. Affection, Vatsalyam. Bhaktavatsala, so affectionate to the devotees. Yeah. And when somebody is very affectionate, of course, the affection comes out in the form of protection, service, whatever you may call. So when there is an affection, there is reciprocation, loving reciprocation. So we are trying hard to reciprocate with our Lord. But let's make a note of how the Lord is already reciprocating with us so affectionate. That is going to be our contemplation for the next 2 weeks. But now here in Bhagavad Pravaha, we will see what the devotees are doing, okay? How they're addressing the Lord, and what are they appreciating? And after appreciating, what is their final prayer? These three, please make note of it. So I'm going to bring this 1.8 Srimad Bhagavatam. I hope I'm sharing the screen. Online and offline devotees, please bear with me as I juggle online and offline. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, in this topic today, this topic of Bhaktavatsala. Last week, we have discussed about how after Sri Narada Muni left, inspiring Vyasadeva to write Bhagavatam, that's how the second topic ended. And then we were talking about how Ashwadhama released the Brahmastra. First thing Arjuna did, he looked around, and it was so scorching heat all over, didn't know what it was. So first thing Arjuna did was turn towards the Lord. Lord Krishna, what is this happening around? And what do I do now? Okay. And please see the sequence to what the other devotees are doing. So when there is a calamity, when there is a confusion, when there is a big challenge in our life, where are we looking? Who are we looking up to? Right? And here, Arjuna immediately, Lord Krishna, his entrance into the Srimad Bhagavatam is again as a charioteer, as it did in Bhagavad Gita. We try hard to do some service to Krishna. What is the Lord doing? Menial service to his devotees. A charioteer? A charioteer means not just driving the chariot. It means the king is going to sit there, up there. He's going to kick with his foot to show which direction the chariot has to go. Because in the war, with all that noise, tumultuous noise, the elephants come and those weapons and all that blowing, the charioteer cannot really hear what the king is saying. So the indication is by kicking the foot. So if the chariot has to go to right side, Arjuna will kick Krishna here, right side, left side. That is what our Lord is doing for the devotees. Is he Bhaktavatsala? Can there be more of Vatsalya than this, affection than this? He is the Lord himself. But the way he is serving us, so that is his entry into Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? So he was a charioteer, and when this effect of Brahmastra was there, then as a devotee, Arjuna quickly turned to Lord Krishna and asked for clarification, of explanation of what is happening. And the next thing is, what do I do now? So for us, from here, the same theme will be repeated. When there is chaos and confusion, then the dependence on Krishna does matter a lot. Practically, whatever needs to be done will be done. But who are we quickly turning to? And then Lord Krishna, when we are turning towards him, then he is the source of the intelligence. He is sitting in the heart, and he is everywhere outside. So whatever needs to be done through us by our intelligence, and whatever has to fall in place outside, is all under his control. So we may be doing what we need to do practically, but are we thinking about Krishna? Are we connected to Krishna? That's what we want to keep in mind. Or are we just dissociating him and then just do what we need to do? So that's Arjuna. When Ashwadhama released the Brahmastra. And we talked about how the Ashwadhama was captured And then Arjuna also released the Brahmastra and withdrew the 2 Brahmastras. And how Ashwadhama was banished from the kingdom. Until then, we have talked last week, right? That's what we have discussed. So now, this week, Ashwadhama, he was banished, but he was still alive. So he released the Brahmastra again. This time, directly to, it was aimed to Parikshit Maharaj, who was in the womb of Mother Uttara, right? So, so by this time, Arjuna and Lord Krishna, all of them were in Hastinapura. And then by this time, Lord Krishna helped them, guided them to do, to offer ablutions to the forefathers and all the family members that were killed in the war. So all those formalities were done, and 3 Ashwamedha Yajnas were done by Yudhishthir Maharaj, as guided by Lord Krishna. All of them were done. And now that everything is taken care of, Lord Krishna sat in the chariot to head to Dwarka. Just then, Uttara Devi comes running towards Lord Krishna. So this is the start of the Katha today. And so Uttara Devi. So this we have discussed all this. And so what is Uttara Devi saying? Yeah, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin. Oh Lord, please protect me. There is this arrow, this fierce arrow that is coming towards me. It's okay if I am burned into ashes, but would you please protect my baby in the womb? So that was the prayer of Uttara Devi to Lord Krishna. Yeah. So she came running straight to Lord Krishna, who is on the chariot. And now we are talking about Uttara Devi, Mother Uttara. She did not look around to anybody. Remember what happened to Draupadi Devi, right? Mother, now Uttara Devi has learned her lesson. She did not, there, Arjuna was there. Arjuna is father of Abhimanyu that left his body. Her husband's father was there. And all the brothers, Pandavas are there. So they're great warriors. Uttara Devi, she learned the lesson just by seeing what happened to Draupadi Devi. She did not ask anybody. She did not look up to anybody, straight to Lord Krishna. Yeah. She didn't want any delay in the protection that's going to come, and she know where to go to. So directly to Lord Krishna. And then Lord Krishna his own internal potency, he safeguarded Parikshit, that is there in the womb of Mother Uttara. Yeah? And so that's about Uttara Devi. Here, again, we are just seeing what these great personalities are doing in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's all. We are looking at them and we are learning. We are learning ki hum log kya karna hai? What do we do when something happens? Yeah. I don't think we have to expand on what, how this can imply to us in our day-to-day life. But such dependence, automatically, such dependence. This reminds me of what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta was talking about Samodana Bhashya. Pure devotees, they do not want to get separated from the holy name at all. They are so very integral to the holy name that there is no separation. Such dependence, such an automatic thing. So, this is the dependence of Uttara Devi on Lord Krishna for protection. Rakshisyati iti vishwaso. Right? So, that's Uttara Devi. And then that's how Parikshit Maharaj was protected in the womb. So he's taken care of. And now, again, Lord Krishna was getting ready to go. Now Parikshit Maharaj is taken care of. Then comes Queen Kunti. She couldn't stop. She, looking at all these things, her heart was flowing with gratitude. And she starts offering prayers. The chariot did not move. So looking at how Lord Krishna protected Parikshit Maharaj, the only heir of Pandavas is Parikshit Maharaj. So when he got protected, Queen Kunti was there, and Queen Kunti came running to the chariot. And you can see that, right? Queen Kunti, yeah, to the chariot. And she starts glorifying. Please see, as I told you, look at the sequence. When these devotees glorify, 1, 2, 3. So, Queen Kunti, first acknowledging who Lord Krishna is. Yeah. Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avastitam. Namasye, my obeisances to you. Purusham, you are the supreme person. Ishwaram Prakrite Param, you are the controller of this Prakriti. Param, you are transcendental. Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avastitam. You are transcendental and you are present both inside and outside. Antarbahir Avastitam. So this is the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna, she could see that her family member, Lord Krishna is, what's the relation? Atta and aunt, right? Aunt and, right. English mein kya bolte hain? Nephew, right? Yeah. So she did not see him as nephew. She quickly acknowledged and recognized, you are Purusham, supreme person. And you are present both inside and outside. Antar Bahir Avastitam. Acknowledging the glory of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. And, okay, Lord Krishna, he is supreme person, fine. He is present inside and outside. Queen Kunti is able to understand this truth, perceive this truth. Can everybody do that? Not everybody does that. Duryodhana did not do that. Why is that Queen Kunti could do it, but not Duryodhana? Maya javadi kachannam ajnanadokshajam avyayam na lakshase mudadrusha natu natyadharo yada. Maya javani kachannam, because curtain of Mahamaya. When the curtain of Mahamaya comes in between the Jiva and Bhagavan, they will not be able to recognize. So for Duryodhana, there was a curtain of Mahamaya. He was under the influence of modes. So even if the Supreme Personality of Godhead is standing right before him, he cannot appreciate that. But Queen Kunti, she does not have that curtain. So she could perceive the truth. Yeah. So do we have the curtain or not? Very honest answer, right? So at least we know we have the curtain, right? Because of the mercy of Shri Guru and Harinam, at least we know we have the curtain. That's one thing. Second thing is, we also have the desire that we do not want to hurt Bhagavan behind the curtain, right? We have a desire not to hurt him. Yes, I have the curtain, I know, but Bhagavan is there behind and I don't want to hurt him. I want to do my best not to hurt him, right? That is also there. So yes, we are acknowledging that we still have the curtain. And we do not want to hurt Bhagavan behind the curtain. So we are avoiding the aparadha, which is very good. Bhakti aparadha. We are avoiding bhakti aparadha. The desire that we don't want to hurt Bhagavan behind the curtain or the Lord in the Harinam, just that desire itself can put us from Nama aparadha to Nama abhasa. Bhakti aparadha to Bhakti abhasa. Just that desire itself. Krishna, yes, I know I'm under the influence of these modes, but I don't want to hurt you. I want to pay attention to you. Right? So that way we are lucky. But there can be atheists who don't even acknowledge that there is God, and they don't care. Aparada, they don't care. So we are lucky when compared to them. We care, we try to do our best. We acknowledge the Lord, the form of the Lord that's present in the deity, in the holy name, everywhere. We acknowledge and we want to do our best. So we are fortunate. We want to see the glass half full. Yes, we may be under Maya, but we are still fortunate. Yeah. So that, and then Queen Kunti says, yeah, because of this Maya, not everybody can appreciate you, my Lord. And then the same Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is present inside and outside, like an Antaryami, can be personified and be present in front of us and interact. So this part, Kunti Devi is going to appreciate now. Though you are Supreme Person, though you are Antaryami as everywhere, though you are Paramatma as inside, you came as Krishna, Vasudeva Krishna, to Mother Devaki and Vasudeva. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Though you are a Supreme Person, though you are present everywhere as Antaryami, though you are present as so little as Paramatma inside, you could still be present in front of us, chose to appear in front of us as the son of Vasudeva, Devaki and Vasudeva, who later came to Nanda and Yashoda. Okay. So she's acknowledging each aspect of the Lord, how he is Supreme Person, present inside and outside, Antaryami Paramatma, and now you are actually Bhagavan. Though you are Bhagavan, you chose to reciprocate with us, and now you are personally manifesting. Not only to Devaki and Vasudeva and Nanda and Yashoda, you are reciprocating with me also, my Lord. This is what Queen Kunti is saying, Kunti Devi is saying. Yeah? And now she is personally addressing. Now that she has acknowledged the divinity, everything, yes, you are Bhagavan, you have appeared here, you have gave that great fortune to them, appearing as their son, but you also gave fortune to me. Yeah. And, oh Lord, I'm offering my respects to you. Namah Pankajanabhaya, Namah Pankajamalini, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. When we Shri Radha Golokananda, when we see Golokananda there. This is what our glorification is going to be. My problems are going to be solved. I did not come here with the list of a checklist of what you need to do for me, Radha Golokananda. They will be solved, fine. When the sun rises, the darkness is going away. It's going to go away. Let the sun rise. Let my glorification start. Namah Pankajanabhaya. Pankaja. Pankaja is lotus. Oh Lord, who has the lotus-shaped navel and a lotus-shaped eyes, lotus-shaped face, and a lotus feet. So, to you, my Lord, I offer my respects to you. And after glorifying the personal features of the Lord, now Kunti Devi, Queen Kunti, please see what she's doing. She is acknowledging and saying, thank you, Krishna, here. This is the next step. So what is Queen Kunti saying? Yada Hrishikesha Kalena Devaki Kamsena Rudhati Chiram Sucharpita Vimochitaham cha Saha Atmaja Vibhu Tvayi Eva Natena Muhur Vipatranat Vishan Mahagane Purushada Darshanat. Vishan Mahagane Purushada Darshanat. Vishan Mahagane Purushada Darshanat. Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krucharataha. Krucharataha. Hriday mride aneka maharadhastrato. Hriday aneka maharadhastrato. Drauni astratas chamsa harira virakshitaha. Drauni astratas chamsa harira virakshitaha. Kunti Devi saying, we encountered so many challenges in our life since the Pandavas were little, since I stepped into the family. All the problems that we had, we encountered Vishan. The poison cake was offered to Bhima. And Mahagni, the Lakkagraham, the lac house that they were in, that was set on fire. Purushada Darshanan, when they went to Ajnatavasa, then the man-eaters were there. And from those man-eaters, Lord Krishna protected these Pandavas. And Asat Sabaya, in that Sabha, in that assembly, where Draupadi Devi was dishonored. Vanavasa, Krucharata, all the calamities that came upon us during the Vanavasa. Mride aneka maharathastrato. Now she is addressing this Abhimanyu. This Maharathas. There are so many Maharathas and they are releasing so many astras. Drauni astratascha amsa. Now this not Abhimanyu. Who will release the Brahmastra? Ashwadhama, thank you. So Ashwadhama. Now Ashwadhama has released this Brahmastra, and now you have protected this also. You have been just saving and saving us at all times. No matter what calamities came, small or big, you were there for us. And you were just taking care of us. Muhur Vipadganat, always Vipattu was there. Always difficulties were there. But you were protecting us, my Lord. And so she has acknowledged how Lord Krishna has protected Pandavas. Yeah. And after acknowledging how the Lord has protected them, she numbered everything. The points, why she wants to be grateful for each and everything. You did this for us, you did this for us, and that also, and that also, and that also, and then also, and now also. You are such a Bhakta Vatsala, such an affection that you have for us. Queen Kunti, yeah? And now she says, okay, all those difficulties came, and you were there for us at all times. I am not asking for those difficulties to go away. Queen Kunti is boldly saying, Vipada santuta shashva tatra tatra jagat guru. Bhavato darshanam yatshat apunar bhavadarshanam. This is very bold. Kunti Devi is saying, let all these calamities that has happened come again and again upon me. I don't care. Because actually, not that I don't care. Let them come, she's inviting. Let them come for what? Why are you asking the calamities to come upon you? Because Bhavatu darshanam yatshat. When the calamities come upon us, we think of you so deeply. Because we are dependent upon you and we want that Rakshisyate iti vishwasa, we call out for you because our absorption gets deeper when we have these difficulties. That's why I am inviting Queen Kunti. That's her boldness. She's inviting the calamities so she can be deeply absorbed in Lord Krishna, in the thoughts of Lord Krishna, and depend on Lord Krishna. And why like that? Why do you want to? Apunar bhavadarshan. When I'm deeply absorbed in the thoughts of you, my Lord, in that absorption, by default, as a byproduct, I get liberation. There is no repeated birth and death. So that's why I want to get absorbed in your thoughts deeply. So this is how bhakti can actually give liberation as a byproduct. That will automatically happen. But the devotees, that's why they don't really care for liberation, but they hanker for that sweetness and the absorption of the Lord and reciprocation of the Lord. So for us, we may not be that bold and that honest to actually invite calamities. But the truth of the matter is, this is Dukkalayam. We are in the world of calamities. Padam padam yat vipadam. Every moment there is a danger that is lurking. That is the fact. So though we are not inviting, what can we learn from here, from Queen Kunti Devi's prayer is, when the calamity comes upon us, then we quickly depend on Krishna, turn inside, depend on Krishna, call out to Krishna. As Arjuna did in the very beginning. What is this happening, my Lord? Yeah. And please give me some understanding. And please let me remember that this is your arrangement. Okay? That is part of Sharanagati. Viewing, thinking, embracing all that happens to our life, small or big, as Krishna's arrangement, is an anga of Sharanagati. Okay. And then what do we do? Okay, I have acknowledged this, my Lord. This is your arrangement. I am not pointing out fingers to anybody. Okay. Tatenu kampam susamikshamana bhunjana yevatma swayam kritapam tatvag vahubir vidadhan namaste jivetayo mukti phade dayata. This is the calamity now challenge. I acknowledge that there is a challenge. I am not pointing out to anybody. I am viewing this as my own karma coming back. But since I am worshipping you, my Lord, I would take this as your arrangement. Yeah. And then, Tatvak Vapvir Vidadan Namaste. With my thought, with my word, and with my deed, I will continue to serve you. And if I continue to do that, Jivetayo Mukti Phade Dayata. Then we get more closer to Krishna. Then we grow through the difficulty. Not only just going through the difficulty, but we grow through the difficulty, get more closer to Krishna. And that is the time where our faith deepens even more. That is the time where our taste gets even more thicker. Because those are arrangements for us. I was going to say an opportunity for us, but I have to be honest myself. I can look at it as an arrangement. Kunti Devi, she's looking at that as an opportunities and want more opportunities. But those arrangements are meant to bring us closer to Krishna. In the devotee's life, yayadhamam prapatyante tam tadaiva bhajam. As much as we are trying to depend on Krishna, wanting to reciprocate Krishna, so much we naturally feel that what's happening in our life is Lord Krishna's arrangement. So-called good or so-called bad. Both of them are equally prasad. If something good, some encouragement, thank you, Krishna, you are making use of me. If something hurtful, something unpleasant, okay, Krishna, please give me the strength. And please make me remember that this is your arrangement. First is, please let me see that this is your arrangement. Second is, please give me the strength. This is not easy to walk through. Kindly give me the strength. Give me the direction. What do I need to do now, Krishna? What's my next service? Tat vak vapubir vidadhan namaste. This is how we are following that shloka in Tatenu Kampam Susamikshamana. First step is we are acknowledging. Second step is we are asking for the strength. Third step is we are asking for the direction. What do I do next? And then we take it one day at a time. Sometimes it is so difficult. We just take one moment at a time and just walk through it. Yeah. But knowing that this is Krishna's arrangement, we are walking with Krishna for Krishna. This is how devotees get more closer to Krishna, even during the difficulties. If the same thing happens to non-devotees, then that would be different. Since Krishna is not there in the picture, they look outside, bahirmukha. They struggle, they get frustrated. There's a lot of sorrowness, sadness. Somehow or other, they try to get through the difficulty. That, right? But during this journey, they are not with Krishna. They're not getting closer to Krishna. And it's very much possible that they may get entangled with the karma even more, because these are challenging times, right? But for the devotees, this is the time we are getting rid of the karma, coming out of the karma cycle, walking with Krishna, towards Krishna, for Krishna. That's how we are getting rid of the karma, getting closer to Krishna, right? So that's from this verse. And as we are making this journey, please notice, this is internal journey. Internal journey. The dependence on Lord Krishna this is antarmukha, not bahirmukha. Here, all these devotees, they are not looking at anybody around for the help or dependence. They are turning towards Krishna. These are all antarmukha devotees. That's why the next sloka is following up like this. Kunti Devi, she just asked for more calamities so she can be more antarmukhi. So much absorbed in Krishna. She wants to be more antarmukhi, internal vision, turn inside. And now she's saying, Janmaishwarya Shruta Shri Bir Edamana Madhapuman Naivarhati Abhidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. In my journey, internal journey, I can see that there can be obstacles. Janma, a pious birth, a high birth, Aishwarya, opulence, being born in a wealthy family, Shruta, knowing all the Shrutis, knowledge, and Shribir, the beauty. Yedamana Madapuman, these are all the obstacles. If I see myself having any of these things, I get stuck there. They are obstacles, they are blocks. I do not want to even think of them. If I possess it or not is a different thing. I don't even want to think of them. Thinking of them means I am myself putting the blocks to my internal journey. So I don't want to even think of them, my Lord. Yeah. So that's the next sloka. That's why she's saying, Janmaishwarya Shruta Shribir Yedamana Madhapuman. Thinking of them, contemplating on them automatically brings Madha, pride. Pride is a block. And Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. But Krishna is not visible for somebody who has that Madha, pride. He is visible. He is Gocharam, visible only for Akinchana. Akinchana is, I do not have anything, my Lord. I'm a pauper. I'm a beggar. So the king, Krishna, is visible to the beggars who are beggars in their thinking, not caught up with what they have, but not wanting these blocks in their mind and becoming destitute in the thought, I do not have anything. It's only you, Krishna. So that's what Queen Kunti is saying. So this, how does this is applicable to us? Unfortunately, we don't really have any of those what Queen Kunti said. Not the Janma, not the highest birth, not the Aishwarya. What opulence do we have? Not even a bit. Yeah. Shruta, what do we know about the knowledge? Nothing. Shribir, what beauty do we have? Nothing, none of those. Unfortunate situation is we still think that we have it, right? Even though it is not there, we think we have it. But the Queen Kunti is saying that they will be the obstacles. Don't even think about it. Don't even put your thought on it to acquire any of those. Right? Acquiring the necessities, meeting the necessities and meeting the needs is different, but acquiring them, don't even get to those. So those are the blocks that needs to be taken away. Queen Kunti is Kunti Devi is instructing us not to be caught up on those. They can be blocks to our internal journey. And she also acknowledged that he's eternal time. And the last thing that she wanted to say, how Lord Krishna is Tat Atyanta Vidambanam. Vidambanam means bewildering. We can't understand him. And she says some examples of how bewildering he is. Janma karma cha Vishwatman. You are a Vishwatman. You are present, you are the Atma of the whole Vishwan. And you are saying you have Janma and Karma. What is your Janma? What is your Karma? Yeah. And Najasya Akartur. Na Ajasya. You are not born. You don't even need birth because you are present at all times, everywhere. So there is nothing like birth for you, but still you have this pastime of taking birth as, Devaki Nandana, Yashoda Nandana. Bewildering. You don't need a birth, you don't have birth, it looks like you have a birth. And karma. We are under the clutches of Maya and we are forced to do karma. But you look like you're doing karma. You are not under the control of Maya. It is just said that, Maya is under the control of that Purusha. But it looks like you are doing karma. You have done what? Butter thief, and you stole the vastra of the gopis, and you did the Kaliya, killing of Kaliya and so many demons, and then married to so many queens in Dwaraka. It looks like you are doing things as we are doing things. But our doing is, because we are in the karma cycle, your doing is, this is pastimes. Your doings are pastimes. Our doing are time pass. Because we are in karma cycle. Our doings are entangling us in karma. But you are doing pastimes. Just by knowing those pastimes, we are coming out of the karma. So bewildering, Krishna, that you look like you are doing, but your doing and my doing is not the same. You look like you take birth, but my birth is, your birth is not the same. And she also gives the example of how Lord Krishna is so fearful when Mother Devaki comes. And Gopi Yadade Tvayi Kritagashi Damathavat. In that shloka, Queen Kunti is saying, when Mother Yashoda is coming to bind that rope, as in the Damodar Leela, you bend down your little face and you are shivering with fear. You are shivering with the fear and the tears were coming down because of the fear. What is that? What is that bewilderment, Krishna? Yat vibheti swayam bhayam. Even the bhayam personified will shiver looking at you. And here you are taking a small form of a little baby. And Mother Yashoda did not even do anything. And you are acting so wonderfully that you are so fearful. Itna karna hai kya? Such bewilderment. Not easy to understand you, Krishna. So that's Queen Kunti Devi. She's acknowledging all the opulences of the Lord. How the bewilderment is also a guna of the Lord. Yeah. She has acknowledged how he is both inside and outside, and then became Bhagavan, and how he took the form of a person and is interacting, and now all contrasting qualities are present within him. Such bewilderment. So this is the guna. She is taking the rasa aswadana of guna, such bewilderment. Yeah. And then after that, she comes to this final point. Say you took this janma, but it is an appearance on this earth. People say that you came here because you want to glorify certain, pious kings and to please pure devotees and for the welfare of the world and to relieve the burden of the earth. All these reasons are there, Krishna. But the real reason is bhavesmin kleshyamananam avidya kamakarmibhim shravana smaranarhani karishyani tikechana. This is Bhaktavatsala. Everybody have their own reasons explaining why you came down, why you appeared here. But the reason you appeared is Krishna. Bhave asmin kleshyamananam. For all those bhave asmin who are in this bhavasagara, kleshyamananam, and are undergoing these miseries, experiencing these miseries, because we are in the bhavasagara, rajoguna, tamoguna, and satvaguna, very little satvaguna, lot of rajoguna, lot of tamoguna. Because of that, we get the stress. Because of that, we get the difficulties. And because of that, we don't even realize that we are getting difficulties because of that. Itna maya hai. That is Rajoguna and Tamoguna. So that is Klesha Manana. So for all those who are experiencing this Klesha, miseries, Avidya Kama Karmabhi, because of the ignorance, you came down. So Shravana, Smarana, Arhani. So these people who are experiencing these miseries can hear about you, Shravana, and then Smarana can think about you. After hearing, what do we think? The whole night and until the next week, this Bhagavad Pravaha goes in our mind. That is Smarana, right? So we have an opportunity to hear about you, to think about you, Arhani, to worship you. Karishyani iti kechana, to do these things. To give an opportunity to do these three things, this is why you came to this world. This is why you appeared. That's why you are Bhakta Vatsala. Because you wanted to rescue everybody from this Bhavasara. So she's saying this is the real reason. And then she concludes, almost concludes, saying, since this is the real reason, Shrinvanti Gayanti Grananti Abhikshana Smaranti Nandanti Tavehitam Janaha Tayeva Pashyanti Achirena Tavakam Pravahamu. This is a beautiful sloka. We don't have time. That's why I'm just going to say what it means. When we Shrinvanti, hear, Gayanti, glorify, Grananti, accept what? About Krishna. Hear about Krishna, glorify the qualities of Krishna, accept Krishna, Krishna Bhakti, Abhikshanaha, Smaranti. Always think about this Kalyana Gunagana of Govinda. Nandanti Tavehitam Janaha. Take the pleasure when the topics of Lord Krishna are being discussed. If this is done, Queen Kunti is saying, she's guaranteeing what happens. Tayeva Pashyanti Achirena Tavakam. Whoever does that, Pashyanti, they will see. Achirena, not too long. Tavakam Bhava Pravaho Paramam Padambujam. What do they see? Padambujam, your lotus feet, Lord Krishna. And with this, what happens? Bhava Pravaho Paramam. All their miseries will be gone. So the bottom line is, if somebody hears this, hear about Krishna, and after hearing, thinking about Krishna, after thinking, understanding that He's Supreme Personality of Godhead, taking the worship of Krishna, starting the Bhakti Yoga of Krishna, just by doing this, then Tayeva Pashyanti, the lotus feet of the Lord, is visible. Pashyanti, that's what Queen Kunti is saying, and all the miseries will be gone. Simple thing. Everything about Krishna, hear about Him, think about Him, just do the Bhakti Yoga, and all the Bhava Pravaho Paramam, the cycle of birth and death will be stopped. Not just the stress relief, anxiety relief, depression relief, positive attitude, not just those, just the repeated birth and death cycle is halted just by that. And there is nothing else that can halt that. Because this karma cycle, this repeated birth and death cycle is under the control of Krishna. So if we are directly going to the boss, then He's going to retract all this. There is nothing else. Approach the boss. Approach the boss. Talk to him. Glorify him. Give him some gifts. Whatever problems are there would be gone. We don't have to personally tackle with the problems. Wise approach there. And that's gone. That's Queen Kunti, those prayers. And after glorifying all this, she has one personal prayer, the last prayer. She has acknowledged the Lord. She has thanked the Lord for being there. And now she's offering the prayer. My Lord, Tvayi me ananya vishaya matir madhupate sakrat ratim utvahatat adha gangevo gamudan vati. Tvayi me ananya vishaya, O Lord, let this mind, let my consciousness not go anywhere else but matir madhupate asakrit, but let this consciousness go only towards the lotus feet, towards your lotus feet. In the thoughts of your lotus feet, service to your lotus feet. Like Ratim Udvahatat Adha Gange Vogam Udanda. As the river flows to the Ganges, automatically flows as the river flows to the ocean, with that speed, with that flow. Similarly, let my consciousness flow towards your Padambuja, your lotus feet, with great rati, with great ruchi, attachment. So this is about the internal journey and attachment to the Lord that Queen Kunti has given to us. And next comes Yudhishthira. We don't have enough time. We will wind down in next few minutes. Yeah. Queen Kunti prayers are really awesome. And so after these prayers, again, Lord Krishna smiles at Kunti Devi and then gets ready to go to Dwaraka. But now Yudhishthira comes running and says, I am feeling so guilty. I've killed everybody there in the war. And I feel like I have committed sin. I need to do prayaschitta. So he was feeling unrest inside. And then Lord Krishna will hear how Lord Krishna has directed him to go to Bhishma. That we will do in the next class. Yes. And we'll quickly go through what we have done today. Okay. Especially Queen Kunti prayers. We have discussed about how Arjuna, when he saw the effect of Brahmastra, he quickly turned to Lord Krishna. The first thing he has done was he turned to Lord Krishna to understand what was going on and to seek guidance of what he needs to do next. That's Arjuna, right? And then comes Uttara. When Uttara saw that the fiery arrow is coming towards her, she went straight to Lord Krishna. No delay, no looking around, straight to Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna has protected Parikshit Maharaj in the womb. And then after that, Queen Kunti came. And how is Queen Kunti approaching Lord Krishna? First, she has acknowledged how he is Purusham, the Supreme Person, how he is present both inside and out. Antarbahir avasthitam, right? So this is the Tattva Jnana of the Lord. This is the Tattva of the Bhagwan. As Antaryami, as Paramatma, and then she presents the next one as Bhagavan. As Bhagavan, he came as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva and Yashoda and Nandana. So as Bhagavan, he can reciprocate with us. So Bhagavan is the feature that reciprocates with the devotees. Yeah? So now that the Tattva is all presented in her prayers, Kunti Devi prayers, now she starts appreciating and glorifying her personal reciprocation with Bhagavan. So she glorified the personal features of the Lord first. Namaste, Namo Pankajanabhaya, Namah Pankajamani. So after personal glorification, Kunti Devi, she has, she has acknowledged and was very grateful how not only Devaki and Vasudeva were taken care of, but she was also taken care of. Not only her, but the whole family, the Pandava family is taken care of. How she enumerated each and every incident, how Lord Krishna has protected them. Bhaktavatsala so many times, right? And after expressing her gratitude, then she says, okay, these problems are coming. I am inviting those problems because I want to get more absorbed in the thoughts of your, in your thoughts, my Lord. So she is inviting the calamities externally so she can be absorbed more internally. And there we have discussed that though we don't have the capacity to invite problems, but at least when the problems come in, they will come in this Dukkalayam. When they come in, three things to do. One is to understand that it's Krishna's arrangement. Pray for the strength. It's not going to be easy. And third is ask for the direction of how we may be able to serve at that point of time. The fourth one is important, to keep going, keep going. But once we know that this is the arrangement of the Lord, once we know this is the journey with Krishna, for Krishna, then as soon as we need to get what we need to offer better service, then we will see that the arrangement will go away. Yeah. So in that way, it is a blessing in disguise. It's a blessing in disguise. Hard to walk through, but immediately if we offer a prayer, okay, now this is a blessing in disguise. Please keep me the memory that it's your arrangement. Give me the strength. Help me walk through. What's my next service, Krishna? Once or twice when we do that, then we know, oh, this is how my anarthas are getting rid of. This is how I'm getting to Nishta and Ruchi. This is how my faith is deepening. This is how my Ruchi is also increasing. Then we may not really pray like Queen Kunti, but at least we know when that is happening. We know what is happening and what to do. So that is about how to address the calamities, what to do when they come. And then she mentions about the obstacles that we can have in this internal journey. Any thought, any contemplation that we might do for anything that we think we have, we may or may not have actually, but we think we have, that can be an obstacle. It could be, we could be thinking, oh, I know this so much. I can speak this, that obstacle. And I have this. I am so wealthy. All those things. Anything that is making us distant to Krishna acts as a block between us and Krishna. I have something is a block, period. Whatever that something is. I have nothing. Then the block goes away. So, Tvam Akinchana Gochara. Lord Krishna is available when we say, I have nothing. I'm a beggar and you are the king. And that's when we will be able to perceive Krishna. Yeah. So we want to be conscious about those blocks. They come all the time. They come all the time. But at least now we know what Queen Kunti Devi is teaching us. So that's about the blocks, how to get rid of the blocks. And finally, she says, Lord, there are many reasons why Lord Krishna has appeared here. Many people say there are many reasons, but the real reason is to bring us out who are in Bhavasagaram through Shrinvanti Gayanti Abhikshanaha Smaranti. As we Shrinvanti, hear about Krishna, Gayanti, glorify, appreciate what Lord Krishna is doing for us as Bhaktavatsala. And Abhikshanaha Smaranti, always thinking about Krishna. Always thinking about Krishna means looking at everything and everyone at all times in relationship with Krishna. That's the first step that we can do. And down the road, it just becomes a background. Okay, everything is a background. Then we actually can think of the form of Krishna, be absorbed in his guna gana. But the external thing is we have to Krishnaize everything first, everyone first. So the block can go away. Then we can get into the absorption. So that is Abhikshanaha Smaranti. How to do that Smarana is first Krishna is everything. That's also part of the Smarana. First step in Smarana. And then Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Those are the Smarana. So with that, Bhava Pravaho Paramam Padambujam. It doesn't take too long, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, will be revoked in the heart. He will be established in the heart. And Queen Kunti is saying, Tayeva Pashyanti. We will be able to see. Can we repeat this, please? Queen Kunti is saying. We will repeat what she says. This is very encouraging. Tayeva Pashyanti. Achirena Tavakam. Bhava Pravaho Paramam. Padambujam. Pashyanti. We will see. Padambujam, the lotus feet of the Lord. And by default, Bhava Pravahamu Paramam. The liberation will happen. Birth and death cycle will come to an end. This is our take home from Queen Kunti to us. And please note, Lord Krishna is a Bhaktavatsala. He was Bhaktavatsala to Arjuna, Uttara Devi, Kunti Devi, and we will see more. Yeah, before we get more, he's a Bhaktavatsala to each one of us, to all of us. They have already gave their glorification. They have acknowledged Krishna and they have thanked Krishna. It's our turn. So we have 1 week to see how Lord Krishna has been Bhaktavatsala for us. Otherwise, we would not be where we are right now. Right? So that is our good homework for the rest 1 week to see how the Lord is being Bhaktavatsala. So we'll pause here. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm stopping the screen share. And for the online devotees, if there is anything that you want to share, please. Yeah. And after that, we'll close it and then we can do the Paraspara during the Prashad. Yeah. For the online devotees, please, if there is anything that you would like to. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, yes, Prabhu.